Hi guys, let me show you how to build a courier delivery website, or you can call it a consignment website, in 5 minutes. Start the counter. Let's go. As we all know, to build a website, you need a domain name and a hosting account. And in this video, I've already gotten my domain name and hosting account from Hostgrid. So you can just check the first link in the description to take you to hostgrid.com. Go ahead and buy domain name and hosting. And somewhere around this video right now, I'm going to link a video which will teach you how to buy domain name and hosting from hostgrid.com. In this video, let's just focus on building the website from scratch. So I've already purchased my domain name and hosting, and I've logged into my cPanel. As you can see this, let me just click on the domain name right here, and you can see that it is well empty. Okay, nothing is displaying on the website. So let's just get started building it. So from my cPanel, I'm going to click on File Manager, and from File Manager, I'm going to head over to the public_HTML. And you can see I already have the script file uploaded because I don't want to waste your time in this video. So to get the script file, you're going to see my contact details in the description of this video. So just shoot me a DM to get this script file. So immediately you've gotten the script file that I have right here, go ahead and click on upload and make sure you select the particular file. So you can click on select file, or you can drag the zip file and drop it right here to upload the zip file. I've already done that. I don't want to waste your time in this video. So I'm just going to click on go back. And as you can see, that is the zip file that I have right here. That is the way that you can just go ahead and upload your zip file right away in few seconds. And right here, you can see it has been extracted. And in here, you can see the folder named just after the zip file. Go ahead and open up the folder, and you can see I have two items right here. One is a zip file that contains the main files and folders of the website. And the next one here is going to be the SQL file. That is the database file that we need to build this website. So right away, I'm just going to right click and download the SQL file. And as you can see right now, I'm just going to head to download the SQL file. I'm just going to go ahead and also right click on this zip file and select extract. And I click on extract file once more. And there we go. So we're going to have to move all these files down to the public_HTML. This is how we do that. But before we do that, click on the settings. Then go ahead and select the show hidden files right here and click on save. This is going to allow you to see all the dot files right here, including the .env, because this file is the file that we will use to connect the database to the script. Okay, so right now I'm just going to click on select all, and then I click on move. So here we are trying to move all these items down to public_HTML. So I'm going to highlight all of these things that comes just after the public_HTML and remove them right here. And you can see I only have public_HTML right here. I'm just going to click on move files. So you should do the exact same thing that I'm doing in this video. And I'm going to just click on up one level, and you can see the public_HTML right here. And here is the main zip file. You can just go ahead and delete that. Of course, you shouldn't leave your zip file just sitting right there. Okay, I'm also gonna delete this right here. And the next thing we're gonna do is to head back to our cPanel home. Let's just quickly create a database. Okay, so right here from the database section, go ahead and click on the database wizard. And right here, I'm gonna give it a name. So let's say I'm going to give this consignment. Let's just say cons. You can, by the way, name your database anything that you wish to name it. Okay, I'm just going to click on next step. So the name of my database is going to be the prefix of the cPanel username _cons. Okay, so this is for the database user. I'm also going to name it the same cons, and here I'm going to enter a password, and also I'm going to confirm the password. And yeah, they're matching. I'm going to click on create user. And there we go. I'm going to also grant all the privileges to the user to manage the database. To do that, I'm going to click on all privileges right here to select all these at once. And I'm going to click on make changes. And that is the last step. Here we go. This has been added to this. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure I copy one of them, since both of them are the same thing. Of course, I use the same name for the database and also the database user. So I'm just going to copy any one of them, and then I head back to the file manager tab right here. And let's look for the .env file, and here it is. I'm going to right click on the .env file and click on edit, and of course edit once more if I have to. And over here you can see I have some information which I need to edit, including the databases information section. So for the database name, I'm just gonna highlight all that, and I'll paste the one I just copied. The same thing to this one. Okay, paste that for the database username. And for this password right here, the database password is going to be the password that you entered while creating the database user, the one that we just did a few moments ago, right? So I'm just going to enter my database password right there. And for the app URL right here, let's head back to cPanel home, and let me just click on the cPanel logo right here. So let's head back to the cPanel home, and you can see the URL right here. So I'm just going to copy that, head back to this place, and of course I'm going to paste. For the app name, you can change that here. So let's go ahead and change that right here. Let's say, so my website name is gonna be this. I'm gonna go ahead and click on save changes. Boom, here we go, success. So one more thing that we need to do is to go ahead and import the SQL file that we just downloaded. So let's head over to the databases section and click on PHP My Admin. So this is the last part that we need to do from the cPanel before we head over to the admin page or admin dashboard of the website. So you can see the database that we just created right now. Go ahead and click on that and go ahead and click on import. You can see the database is well empty right now. So when you click on import, go ahead and click on choose file, and from here head straight to where you downloaded the SQL file from. Click on it and click open, and here you can see it has been selected. So scroll all the way down and then click on import, and here we go, import has been successfully finished. So right now just click on the database name once more. You're gonna see all the tables right here. So click on the admins, and here you can see we only have one admin. Click on edit. So let's try to edit the admin information. Here you can see the admin email right here. You can edit the email. Just click on here and remove this and type in whatever thing that you need. Okay, so right here for the password, I'm going to click on this Varkalis drop down right here. Scroll all the way down and select password hash. Just select the last option right here. Okay, so I'm going to highlight all this and remove it, and I'm going to type in my password right here. So let's just go ahead and do that right now. Now I have my password right here. I'm going to scroll all the way down and click on go. Yeah, there we go. I've successfully changed the admin password. So let's go ahead and log into the admin. Let me show you that the website is well working. So let me go back to the tab where I loaded the website, and let me just quickly make a quick reload. And here you can see that the website is already up and running. And from here, the website, you can see, scroll all the way down, you can see that the website is working perfectly right now. Okay, so let me just quickly show you how to log into the admin dashboard. From there, you can go ahead and set up all the other aspects of the website. So from the domain name right there, enter /admin login /remedy login. And here you can see the admin login page. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and enter the information right here. Of course, this here is gonna be the email. I'm gonna copy that, head back, and then I'm gonna paste the email. But for the password, I'm gonna type in the password which I have just set, and here click on sign in, and boom, you can see we are already signed in perfectly. And let's just go over to the admin settings and go to app settings. Of course, I'm going to close this up, and here you have an option to set all the admin information that you need to do. So just set up the website name. I'm not going to tell you what to enter here. You already know the name of your website. So but for right here, you can go ahead and choose a logo, choose a fav icon from your computer, and click on update. But the one I want to show you is from the email and Google login captcha configuration. Right here, mail server, make sure you set it at SMTP, and right here let me show you how to get the information which you are going to input over here. So go over to your cPanel home, and from here click on the email account. Now from here, go ahead and click on create to create an email. So go ahead and enter the email username and also the password, and go ahead and click on create. Now from here, you can see the email that you just created. Go ahead and click on connect devices, and also scroll all the way down, copy the email username right here, go back to your website, and then you're going to paste the email username for the email form and also for the email username. Head back to the same page and copy up the outgoing server right here, and take note of the port, which is the 465. Head back to your website and also make sure you replace the SMTP host right there, and also the form name. Let's say the form name is going to be Go Trust. All right, and the password, make sure you enter the password, leave the port at 465 and click on save. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all you need to do to be able to create your delivery website. So you can just go ahead and make sure you tweak all the settings or the other settings that you have right here. But we have ended up installing the script in just 5 minutes. If you learned anything from this video, give it a thumbs up. If you need the script, shoot me a DM. I will leave my contact details in the description of this video. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye for now.